welcome to this week's edition of Documentary Film. I'm your host, Jeffrey J. Jefferson III. Dusan Petrovsky. When I speak these words, I am bombarded with a barrage of adjectives. Diabolic, charismatic, lion-hearted, and of course, Macedonian. Throughout history, we have seen men rise to great heights. Men like Napoleon Bonaparte, Mohandas Gandhi, and Ronald Jeremy. However, these boys don't even deserve to be mentioned in the same breath as Dusan Petrovsky, the epitome of excellence, both physically and intellectually, and sexually and spiritually. Who is Dusan? To many, he is an enigma, a man shrouded in mystery. To even begin to understand this great man, we must first travel back to the place of his creation, the land of feta cheese, the land of Macedonia.
But first, an educational moment with Mr. Boo Daniels.
It's Bo Daniels! Today we're going to be talking about Macedonia. Now Macedonia is somewhere in here off the Mediterranean, near Greece, near Albania, sort of centered around the more stronger Serbian race and the Croatian race as well. Now Macedonia has experienced several problems lately in terms of its politics, its culture, and its society. Now this is because it hasn't really had any politics, culture, or society since Alexander the Great. Now here, I think probably it's likely in the next few years Macedonia will be overtaken by Serbia, a much stronger race, and they'll be able to exert their much stronger will over this weak people.
As a child, Dusan relished in the finer things in life. Twinkies, pig roasts, and copious amounts of salted nuts. His innocence and childhood ignorance made him oblivious to his obesity problem. It was not long, however, before Dusan became a target of ridicule. Fashion faux pas like these did not serve to help matters any further. One day, reality wound up and bitch-slapped him, like some gold-toothed South Central pimp. As he pranced around, draped in his cherished Macedonian flag, Dusan was brutally attacked by a gang of politically minded 4-year-old children. It was clear as day to Dusan what he needed to do next. The only logical thing he could do: leave Macedonia forever.
So like most aspiring pornographic film stars, Dusan set out for the golden bounty of California. But after years of front crawl across the ocean, he did not reach his destination. Instead, he arrived here, on the sordid shores of Lake Ontario, an occurrence that was shockingly and bitterly disappointing.
In spite of his outward agony, Dusan accepted this twist of fate and settled into the affluent suburb of South Central Thorold, where he did his best to adopt the attributes of a Canadian citizen.
Slow down, you move too fast. You got to make the morning last. Just kicking down.
But once again, his attempts to fit in were futile at best.
Back up, Turkey.
Dushan enrolled at nearby Sir Winston Churchill, where he hoped to find friends in the school environment. But his showy European antics were not met with the most pleasant reactions.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, you're crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Well, they said you was high class, well, that was just a lie. Yeah, they said you was high class, well, that was just a lie. Yeah, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine.
Dushan was shunned, a social outcast. Things could not conceivably get any worse. Lucky for Dushan, they didn't. They got better. His chariot arrived in the form of a shocking picture in the St. Catharines Standard. This cheerleader recounts the first time she set eyes on Dushan.
It was the middle of the first quarter at the Churchill Simcoe football game. I was there, cheering as hard as I could. And that's when I saw him. I saw that vision, those dark, chestnut eyes, that firm, broad chest, and the excessive amounts of hair he was just covered in, and that flawlessly painted exclamation mark that covered the entire upper body of that gorgeous being. And then he came, singing and dancing across the field, and that's when I knew. That's when I knew I was a cheerleader. But he was a cheermaster.
The article was Dushan's ticket to popularity, and soon everyone wanted a piece of Macedonian pie. Even the teachers found it impossible to resist this dynamic new student.
Dushan, he's a model citizen. The guy's a fabulous student. The kid works hard in the community. But that's where it comes in from here, that community involvement, that bulldog spirit, that craziness. You had to reckon with Dushan. The exclamation mark on his chest. He was climbing the walls. How do you contain such a maniac? He's looking to the stars. Can he get there? Sure he can. But the thing is, how do we contain him? How do we keep him within the school environment? How do we keep him controlled? Unstoppable is the word we have to use for him. How do you reckon with that unstoppableness? I do not know. I wish luck to the person who can stop him, because I don't think it can be done. Is St. Catharines big enough for him? I don't think so. I guess now the onus is on this for this documentary to find out, where does Dushan live? What makes him tick? What makes him nasty?
Fueled by his newfound popularity, Dushan took on an intense training regime to rid himself of the ghosts of his childhood obesity. He approached each day of training like an enraged animal coming out of a cage, and the results began to show. He soon molded his previously doughy body into a physique that was comparable to that of a Chippendales dancer. doing things for his own personal gain was not enough for Dushan, so he began to branch out to all members of the community. He converted the homeless and destitute into productive individuals. He works tirelessly with the animals from our local Humane Society. And he devoted many hours to teaching elderly citizens how to read. Dushan's charitable actions did not go unnoticed or unrewarded.
Dushan, on behalf of the council and the city of St. Catharines, we want to present you with a key to the city for all your wonderful activities and work that you've done for our community. Congratulations.
Dushan's fame could not be contained within the confines of a small community, and his celebrity soon escalated to international levels as his chiseled physique drew worldwide attention.
There's nobody else in the world better than him. You know, and you only better than you are. You know, he's best because he trains, he eats, he sleeps, bodybuilding. 12 o'clock at night, the average person sleep. Haney's in the gym. So that's what makes you...
For Dushan, the success just kept piling up.
His momentum was like that of a spaceship, bursting through the heavens. But as we learned from this interview with his former love hare, the supermodel Miss Rachel Karushnikov, even the most perfect spaceships are not exempt from self-destruction.
Dushan was the most passionate lover I ever encountered. I used to spend hours nestled in his broad, furry chest, and we would kiss as though the rest of the world didn't matter.
It was widely known that Dushan would spend many nights with other women. How did you remain faithful, even when he didn't?
Well, it's hard to resist a man with a 16-inch. bicep circumference. But even that wasn't enough to keep our relationship intact. Especially after he made his grave mistake.
But what was that mistake?
I see 2 or 3 minutes to get this working, and then you want to review that? I've just had the chance to review Dushan's recent, let's call it, attempt at a musical endeavor, loosely guised as something resembling a rap. I'm afraid to say, from a musical standpoint, it's quite frankly scary. My 7-year-old children quite frequently have more intelligent lyrics, rhythmically being basically unstable, erratic, rather dull. It hardly fits what we would typically look for in rap. There's no syncopation, a lack of count, simply wailing in the fills. The tone absent, quite through stairs. More sad, should really look for some other occupation. Quite frankly, this is not rap, it's crap.
Listen to the first verse.
Watch out now.
Contrary to the opinion of Dushan's brother Peter, the song was anything but the shiznat. Upon release, it immediately plunged to second last on the Billboard charts. Furthermore, because of the terrible impact the song had on society, Canadian immigration revoked Duchan's citizenship and deported him back to Macedonia.
After the deportation, Duchan's whereabouts has been a mystery. Like grains of sand, he has vanished into thin air. Millions of people across the world are asking the question, where are you, Duchan?
For a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. All lies and chance, still a man hears what he wants.
Where are you, Duchan? Where are you, Duchan?
When I left my home from my family, I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers, in the quiet of the railway station, left scared.
Where are you, Duchan?
Alone, seeking out the poor. Where are you, Duchan? People go looking for the places only they would know.
Where are you, Duchan?